hard subject then, I'm sure.
Hey guys, so good to see you. This is Penny and Tasha, Penny's Two Cents. And we're going to talk to you guys today about something that is near and dear to our hearts, since we have spent our entire careers either on the telephone or on websites. And my biggest pet peeve is you need to call yourself on your business phone. So in other words,
Well, the biggest pet
go
peeve
ahead.
is that employers don't normally go back and check what their phone systems sound like if someone's calling in, or what their websites look like when people are trying to connect with them online.
so correct, because usually you can call internally. So you call a number, you put some other numbers in, you get to your voicemail or whatever. So you never really hear what everybody is hearing, but we hear what everybody is hearing. And I am going to tell you, there are so many broken telephone systems out there that here's one that's so classic. You call and, they go through the whole spiel, and then they say something like, listen to all the options because things have changed or something like that. If you want accounting, hit 1. So you hit 1, nothing happens. If you want HR, hit 2. You hit 2,
Nothing
nothing
happens.
happens.
So then you go back again, you redo the whole thing, and then it's so you wait till the end. Okay, maybe I did it too soon.
That's right.
No, it didn't work still.
Nothing happens. And the reason this is so important is because people that work in their own businesses usually don't call themselves, and they don't hear what we're hearing. So I guess the big question is, how much business are you losing? It is a best practice for you. You've got to use your phone system from the outside to hear what we
Yes.
are hearing. It's not good.
Yeah, and it even works for service agencies or service-minded businesses. If you're just providing a service, and you might not really want a whole lot of what is it called?
Options?
No, when people call and call and call, you don't might not want a whole bunch of people calling, but it's still good practice to have a good system in place.
It is, because I'll tell you what, it's very irritating, because what happens is, and it's irritating to me, and if I'm using the phone, I need to be calling this company, okay? But what happens is other people that are trying to navigate through, they'll just call your competitor. They're not going to deal with it. And that brings us to the similar conversation about websites. When was the last time you navigated your own website?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's like you open it up, you type in whatever you're looking for, search, and then it says page not found or something. Well, or it'll give you information that's old.
Well, and you go on the website, you cannot find anything, because whoever created that website,
Didn't work there.
that's right. That's exactly right. They never worked in your business, and they're thinking this is a masterpiece. It's so difficult to navigate. So difficult to navigate. You try to navigate it. You try to find out where you need to go, and you try to navigate it. And the other thing
From the
is,
outside, not from the inside.
Yes,
'Cause
from the
I know some
outside.
companies have an internal way of getting into it, but go outside of it and check it out. Go outside of the telephone and check.
yeah,
what
just
does it
see
sound
what
like.
somebody is seeing online, because again, if it's not easy to navigate, somebody's going on to the next similar business.
Or if there
in
is
the
no other
area.
business in that area, then you're going to get angry customers. And so you don't want people angry when they're calling and talking to you. You don't want your employees to be yelled at or cussed out because of your faulty system.
And the other thing is, and you mentioned this earlier, Tasha, you've got to update it. There is nothing worse than having old phone numbers or old email addresses.
Old names.
Old names, right. And so somebody is trying to contact your business and nothing's working on that website. It's very, very irritating, and you may not even know it. And if you've hired somebody to do your website, you better check with them to see how often they're updating it, how often they're going to refresh it.
Or if they're checking it to see if any glitches are in it.
Yeah, because otherwise, again, people are going to look at it. It's going to be too difficult. They're going to move on. And you know what I really dislike on websites, and I've just when they've got pow, 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 and all this stuff is flashing, and I'm like, oh my God, why?
See, now, I don't know about that, because there might be just the age differences, because like young people might like the pow, pow, pows.
Oh,
And
I
the
don't
older
know.
people might not like things, and sometimes
that's-
when you're navigating through a website, you don't know if it's because you don't know how, or if they've got just a really weird system set up.
But you know what, Tasha? I mean, you make a good point. If you don't know how, and it doesn't matter, what the generation is, if you can't do it and you're a potential customer or a potential user and it's not user-friendly to you, then it's not going to make it. And that, it's just completely off mark, but when you go to these new boutique hotels, they're definitely for younger people because of, all the streaming available or everything is done online, and that's fine because younger people will be seeking out those locations. But if I'm looking for a service, I want to be able to navigate the
Yeah.
website. It's just too difficult. What else have you seen on websites that you can, mention to people they shouldn't do? Anything in particular?
I think we've covered a lot of things that I've experienced. Like I said, I don't know sometimes if it's my age, that I don't know how to hit a button, or I don't see where where they're telling me to go.
Oh my God. Well, again,
And then sometimes it's just like too many choices,
Yeah, too many choices. So you don't need to.
hidden choices.
There you go. That's true. You don't need to simplify to the point where it's not sharp and unique and something specific to you. You just need to work your own website to see if it's user-friendly. And it needs to be user-friendly. And again, the phone system, I cannot tell you, owners, managers, CEOs, CFOs, try your own phone system from the outside. Don't
I mean, it's good to have a service, but you check it out to see if it's working for your company and if it matches what your business promotes it does.
Yeah, because I know that in some instances, and I've heard this throughout the years, that maybe there's a particular person within the office that's handling everything, and they know it's not working, and maybe they've told you a number of times, and you're like, well, just fix it, and they're like, oh, well, and they don't do anything with it. I'm telling you, it is absolutely critical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's really what we wanted to talk about today. It was so important. So, we're done for the day. Penny's 2 cents.
If you have any other questions about websites or whatever, leave your comments and we'll check that out and add it next time.
Oh, yes, we will. Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Out.